In this video, we're going to talk about the best types of ads for local businesses. So, by the way, I'll be giving you some very tactical and some specific advice a little bit later on in this video so you can actually apply this to your own business. So my name is Greg Ranger and I help increase revenue. I help business owners increase revenue with digital marketing, but not how you might think. And actually, before we get started, if you're a business owner and if you're looking to grow your business with digital marketing, be sure to check out gregranger.com. Watch the quick video there. And if you like what you see, fill out the form and we'll talk. So typically business owners, they come to me because they want to profitably increase their sales with digital marketing. And these business owners, even though they have 5, 10, 20 years of experience and they generate 7 figures or more, they're still overwhelmed and confused by the whole digital marketing stuff. So, and hopefully I want this video today to clarify some of this stuff for you so you can actually use it in your business. So actually, this reminds me of a story. You guys know Elon Musk, so I don't know if you guys have seen the Cybertruck. So what's most interesting to me about this Cybertruck is, as a marketer, is all the memes coming out of it, right? So some people are making fun of it and they're posting all over social media. So the benefit of that, though, is that it's generating a ton of free press. So news outlets are picking it up, blogs are picking it up. I see it all over my feeds on social media. So basically, it's getting a ton of free press. Good press, bad press, it's still free press. So actually, this brings me to today's topic is, how can you leverage social media as a local business, right? So what are the best types of ads that you can run? So here are some of the key components. So number one, if you are a service-based business, like a lawyer, an accountant, a plumber, a heating and cooling company, or carpet cleaner, I always tell those clients to run Google Ads. So people are actively searching for your services in your city on Google, right? So, you might type in New York plumber or Chicago plumber or Ottawa plumber, right? So having a paid ad ensures that you're at the top of the search results, right? So being at the top of the search results means that you're going to get the majority of the clicks, the majority of the calls, and hence the majority of the business that comes via Google search. So that's my number one tip is, I urge you, if you're a local business, you need to have a minimum of a few Google ads running daily so you can get that business. Now, tip number 2 is you can partner with a local social media influencer, right? They don't have to be big, but they must be local and they must have an active following. And actually, if they are related to your business, that's even more powerful. So for example, if there's a foodie influencer in your city that posts a lot of pictures about food and their best restaurants and things like that, and if you yourself, you're a restaurant owner, well, you can pay that foodie influencer to mention your restaurant in a post, or give that foodie maybe a free entire meal, and so they can review your meal and so on and talk about it on their social media, right? So typically, you can either directly pay that influencer, like here's $200, $300 for a post. Some bigger influencers is going to be in the thousands of dollars. But if they're local, usually they're a lot cheaper. And then another alternative, instead of paying them cash, is you can just say, hey, we'll give you a free meal. We'll give you, free XYZ if you post a review about our place. So that's tip number 2, is to leverage the social media influencers. And one way you can do this is you actually, if you're on a platform, you can actually select the city and see who are active in the posts that are getting the most likes. So you can reach out to those influencers that way by seeing who's posting in your city and who's getting a lot of likes, a lot of comments. That way, that can help you gauge who's popular, who's worth paying for, and then you can send them a direct message, say like, hey, we'd love you to come on board. We're a restaurant. We're looking for a foodie influencer like you. Do you accept money? Do you want to come in a restaurant, do a review, and so on? So that's tip number 2. Tip number 3 is to run social media video ads in your city only, because you can run ads across the country, in different countries and so on. So you want to be very precise. You want to run those video ads in your city only. And then you want to make sure that you target your ideal client. So for example, say you offer tax and bookkeeping services for business owners. One thing you could do is create a 5 to 10 minute video that outlines some tips about how to save on your taxes, some common accounting mistakes, and so on. So again, you want to make sure that that video offers value to your ideal client. So a few tips for that video: you want to make sure that the first seconds capture the attention of the person, right? So one way you can do that is you can shake the camera a little bit like this. You can have an interesting sound at the start of the video, but you want to make sure that you stand out and capture the attention. Another thing your video needs to have is a clear call to action. So call us at 1-800-XYZ, or book an appointment using this form, and so on. Another tip for your video is you want to have embedded captions. So captions is that little text that shows up at the bottom of the video, but when you run it as an ad, oftentimes people, when they browse social media, they have their phone on mute, right? So by having embedded captions, it gives your ideal target client an opportunity to still consume your video, but on mute, right? Because they're going to be reading the captions of what's being said, essentially in the video. So, and if they like what they read, they can turn on the sound, and then continue watching your video that's giving them value, right? And as a side note, what video does is that you, as the business owner, it positions you as a person of authority, especially if you know what you're talking about on video. Your ideal client is going to be like, hey, you know what? Greg is actually knows what he's talking about. He's giving me a ton of free value there. You know what? Next time I have I want to increase my revenue via marketing, I should give Greg a call. Or if you're an accountant, you know what? Next time I need an accountant, or next tax season, I'll give this guy a call. He looks great. So that's it for this tip. Oh yeah, and before I forget, you want to run this video as an ad in your city only, obviously. And again, let's say you're this accounting firm, so you want to target business owners that are 30 years or plus, right? So by narrowing down your targeting and by a good video that calls out your audience as well, it's going to be very effective, and your ideal client is going to start contacting you, calling you, filling out your forms, and so on. So the bottom line is this: by combining these 3 strategies, you will increase your revenue. And just a quick recap, you want to run, if you're a local business that is service-based, you definitely want to run some Google ads. You also want to hire some local social media influencer. And then the third tip was to run a very useful video to your ideal client in your city. So that's it for the 3 tips. And if you're serious about growing your business over the next 12 months, be sure to check out gregranger.com, watch a quick video there, fill out the form, and you and I can talk on the phone. We can see if this is a good fit. We can talk about your goals, your objectives, where you want to be in the next 12 months, and we can see if we can accomplish that. So again, I want to thank you for watching. Again, if you have any questions, type them in. If you're not watching this live, type in your questions. I will look at them and then answer your questions in the next video. And yeah, I love your feedback. And again, if you like this type of content, tell me so, and like and share this video. And I'll talk to you later. Again, it's Greg Ranger, and be sure to check out gregranger.com. Cheers.